Hey guys, welcome today in a little bit of a different design. You may have seen the colors are different, but we are right now here with Forceget, with the founder Burak, and Burak invited us on his StreamYard, so that's why little bit of a different color. But I think that matches pretty well to where is it here to our sites as well.
Absolutely.
Burak, welcome over here. Forceget supply chain logistics. Do let us know a little bit of what is Forceget, how are you different, where are you shipping from, and well, hint, hint, I think it's going to be a lot of data that drives your business, isn't it?
Absolutely. As you mentioned, I'm the founder of the company. I lived in China 8 years. Last 5 years, I'm based out of Miami, Florida. And we are the first Amazon integrated international supply chain company in the market right now. We are partnered with Amazon Canada, UK, and Europe, where we help sellers to do global expansion. We ship out from anywhere in the world, up to 150 countries. We have warehouses in strategic countries like US, Canada, UK, Germany, as well as with the custom clearance and compliance. So basically, we are door-to-door supply chain company for both Amazon as well as Shopify and other marketplaces such as Walmart or Wayfair.
Nice. Shipping internationally, of course, that's one of the topics. But I think what makes it very, very interesting is all the data that you have included. Can you go in there a little bit and show like what does the data help? How does it help a seller to grow? And as you just mentioned, being integrated with Amazon, I do believe Amazon is also referring to you when it comes to international growth, growing over there to Europe and UK, right?
Correct. Data is really important. One thing that has changed after COVID in our lives is the turnaround time, like cash flow. The interest rates are high, so it's very expensive to borrow money, and you want to sell as quick as possible, but then your production time is a little longer, your transit time is a little longer, fulfillment times and Amazon checking times are a little longer. And it's just like it kind of gets messy the way like my tongue just got messy. But what is reality is when each step adds up 10 to 15 days extra, then you're looking at least 45 to maybe 60 days in each part of the business. And then eventually you used to sell like 3 years ago, maybe in 90 to 100 days, and you get your money, includes production, shipping, fulfillment, and selling history. Now that time is up to 120, 150 days in some marketplaces. Like if you're shipping from China to UK, Europe, the transit times are up to 30 days more than the usual time. So basically you can kind of go out of inventory. If you're selling on Amazon, it's very hard to come back. So our data shows our platform free of charge to use for the international shipments and fulfillments, where we show the transit times, which carriers are the best and fastest, what's the landing cost, what is the Amazon checking times is very important. A lot of sellers, inexperienced sellers, they think that the shipment is delivered to Amazon and they're ready to sell. But in reality, you need to wait Amazon to distribute them to more than 20, 30 fulfillment centers across the US, which takes another 30 to 35 days. So the average checking time, a shipment over 1,000 units is almost 40 to 45 days. So you need to count each day. It matters because you might be running out of inventory. You don't know about it. You ask your freight forwarder, lives in China, they are sleeping, and you're trying to make a decision 2 p.m. in New York time. So it's very hard to do that. Versus you can log into our platform and see, okay, your shipment actually delayed 3 days due to the port congestion. These kind of things happen outside of our control, but at least to be notified about that and managing your PPC budgets, activating or deactivating your coupon, the crucial decisions making process is more simplified with our platform. And we believe that the data is very important, and it will be even more and more important with the new fees upgrade by Amazon.
Yeah, also specifically for the low inventory fees. Is that what you mean or relate to? I guess so.
Absolutely. Low inventory fee is number one. And another is the Amazon's this fee that they split the shipments between fulfillment centers, and they're going to start charging you about that. Low inventory fees, Amazon is looking at your average sales in last 30 to 90 days. And that if you're keeping less inventory in Amazon FBA, like fulfillment centers, then they're going to charge you the amount of money, the amount of quantity you're not holding there. So in the past, Amazon would use the the fulfillment centers like FBA as a long-term storage. Now they see that's too expensive to do it. They don't have enough space after the COVID. So they started AWD, Amazon Warehouse Distributions. And now nobody's really sending products to Amazon FBA. Everybody's like sending the last minute. And Amazon was like, hey, we invested billions of dollars. So you need to keep product in my inventory because I open all these, locations for you, but now you're not keeping. So it's kind of insane that they are going to charge you for something that you don't physically keep it there. But that's the strategy. And I think that's what Amazon is so good at, having this crazy amount of traffic every day. And then the Amazon sales are growing. And more importantly, they're getting even better in the deliveries. Like now I see the advertisement on the TV in the US is the prime 1-day delivery versus it used to be 2 days. So I believe they're going to invest even more to start delivering faster to the end customer, end user. That has been their strategy over the years. The end customer is the most important. They care less about the sellers, unfortunately. They're still like improving that, but not as fast as they improve the end users and buyers. They don't want to lose them.
Sounds like it's gonna turn a lot more into just-in-time delivery, into like produce, not print on demand, but produce on demand, ship in on demand. And it sounds like it's gonna get a lot more challenging for us as sellers, as brand owners as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. And if you don't understand your inventory planning and your landing cost is extremely high. Same thing in the Europe and UK.
With your data, give me an example over here. What can you understand from the data that you see in the dashboard? How do you perfect your planning then? How do you place the order, for example, faster, sooner? And how do you calculate the whole thing? What can you see in the statistics or in the data?
So in the past, we used to be only like a digital freight forwarder. We give the tracking. But now what we have is different. Is we let you connect your Seller Central to our platform. So we see your sales history. We see how many units you sell a day.
Hold on. You're connecting to Seller Central.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes. In our platform, you can go connect your Seller Central. So basically, the fact that we know how many units you sell. We know where you're selling, and we know when your product checks in, how many different locations is distributed. This is very important to understand at the end of the day, whether you ship your buffer stock to East Coast or West Coast. And then we know your transit times. And then we are working on a special inventory tool right now. We're going to know what's your production time. Manually, you can enter that, or you can invite your suppliers there. And eventually, we know what's production time. We know what is shipping time. We know what is Amazon checking times. We know how long it takes you to sell the product. So basically, our system is, with the AI, our system is going to be, okay, in 148 days later, you're going to be running out of inventory with this selling speed, sales history.
Right.
Nobody's going to really, unless they're really professional about managing the inventory, nobody's really going to consider about ordering something 5 months in advance, right? Everybody's like, oh, I'm running out of inventory. Let me order in 2 months. But then so many things that they don't actually consider as a fact that production 45 days, shipping 45, checking times, fulfillment under 45, so 135, plus the Amazon check-in, maybe the returns and etc. So our platform is going to do this so that people can make better decisions, because it's very, very expensive to run out of inventory. And that's why data is like extremely important.
I guess it will tell you as well, when should you place the reorder? When should it be done? What should probably be in the contract? This needs to be delivered by then. One of the things they should probably include then as well is like when to contact Signify to lower the production cost and renegotiate before reordering. No, just kidding.
Absolutely. But, no, this is true, because each part works like a machine parts, and if one part is like missing, it's hard machine to work on that. And of course, it requires the right parties in the right place, and you can invite your sourcing agent, you can invite your PPC agent to our platform, so all the parties can work on the same time. And it's not anymore one person show. 3 years ago, you would place an order from Amazon, put your OEM brand, sell on Amazon. 2019 per unit, your selling cost FBA fees were about 22% or 19%. Now it's around 42 to 45%. So the fees are increasing. So you need to have better payment terms. You need to have better pricing. You need to have better shipping terms. But more importantly, you need to have the visibility on the entire supply chain. And last year, when we were at Accelerate, Amazon's largest in-person event in Seattle,
Right.
you can see in the main stage, the first opening topic was supply chain. So that's how much Amazon is actually taking care of this, and why not the sellers?
Nothing works without products. Nothing works without logistics and a running supply chain. You can sell as much as you want to. You don't have stock, you're screwed.
Absolutely. Or if you're too much stock, such as big aggregators who went to bankrupt, is they didn't place the right order, right time, and then unfortunately they manage it very amateur, and you go from there.
Yeah.
You know.
So you see, you definitely need to become more and more professional with also planning your orders, not ordering too much, not ordering too little, ordering frequently enough, and have some solutions of where do you store the goods, where do you hold them after production, whether inside China or in the US, and well, do a solid drip feeding into FBA. Yep.
True
Nice.
story. Yeah,
Burak,
absolutely.
where can they find out more about Forceget?
They can visit Forceget, forceget.com. Yeah, we are very active in the social channels and in our YouTube channel as well. We are very active to add as much as value to the markets and the sellers. I think eventually it's tough time right now with everything with the business and the inflation, supply chains, and even the sales are dropping a little bit. But I think it's going to catch up, and you just need to have a good path and a good strategy. It's very important. Work with the experts. So saving in the short term, manufacturing something cheaper, like shipping something cheaper, could be a good solution. But in the long term, the data works, and good quality suppliers, good quality product will win.
Right. I guess absolutely, of course. Maybe this would make sense in another call one day to say that we show, the platform a little bit, show some data, show
Absolutely.
some examples. But for
Yeah.
that, Burak, thank you very much for taking the time and sharing the
Thank you.
useful information, of course.
Thank you so much for having me, Sebastian. See you in the next video.
See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.